So, let's write about Pokemon Home and the DLCs. Now, disclaimer, don't have a problem, much of a problem with the DLC. And I'm not really sure if this is a disclaimer, but I do got a problem with Pokemon Home. I got a serious problem with Pokemon Home. I have a serious problem with Pokemon period point blank. Ever since I found out, ever since I learned and understood what direction Game Freak is going and the direction that the main series games are going. And if they don't, you know, ship up, well, not ship up, shape up now, then Pokemon is not going to go down very easily. Like, the company won't fail or anything bad, but it's not going to have a good rep, put it as that. So, anyway, let's talk about the DLCs first. Now, this video, yes, it's going to be a rant, so if you don't like it, don't like. If you like, you like. It don't matter. But today's, I gotta say about the DLC, I never got a chance to get around to it. But I don't really have a problem with DLC. I bought Naruto DLC, Dragon Ball Z DLC before, Smash Bros DLC, so I don't have a problem with DLC at all. Like, I really, really don't. I really like DLC. They add more to the game, more characters, more clothes, you know, stuff like that. But the DLC with Pokemon, I have about a couple of problems. Like, they literally told us that they cannot add all the Pokemons because, graphics and all that other stuff and time restraints. But it's a good thing that they're taking their time with this. But at the same time, they only bring it back 200 Pokemons. I feel like they could have brought back all of them. But I have a theory that there's going to be 2 more DLCs in the future. And I'll get into that in a different video. But yeah, there's going to be 2 DLCs with 200 plus returning old Pokemons. That's a good thing. I always wanted more Pokemons and stuff to be added to the games. I want the games to last a little longer. But I do also want these games to be more complete because these games don't really feel complete. And the price tag for the DLC is $30. Usually DLC is like less, like at least 25 or 19. But I'm guessing since you're paying for both the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, it's $30. But again, the price. You gotta have Nintendo Switch Online, and now you're paying for DLC. Also, if you want a Mew, that's an extra little $50 out your pocket. But since Pokemon Home is going to be a thing, going to get into that in a minute, you don't have to fully worry about that. But then again, it's still going to cost you. So now moving on to the expansion pass for Sword and Shield, don't have a problem, but those were my only problems. And my last problem is that they don't offer a bundle deal for people that actually bought both Sword and Shield. So you're technically paying for 2 separate DLCs instead of just one. But 2 separate games, all that noise. But anyways, let's move on from the expansion pass to Home. My problems with Home only resides with the price tag. Now, Pokemon Home actually has different types of bundles, if you want to call them, for $3, basically $5 and $16. Then you'll get different functions. With the first 2, 3, and 5, you will be able to transfer Pokemons from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Pokemon Go is not available right now for transferring, but that's later on the lines of the year. But from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the things that you can do will be mentioned right here. So if you only got the basics, you cannot move Pokemon from Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home. But you can do it from the Let's Go games only. And then the number of Pokemon that can be deposited is 30 at a time. and then the number of Pokemons that can be placed in the Wonder Box at once, which is basically just Wonder Trade, 3 Pokemon at a time, and then the number of Pokemon that can be placed in the GTS at once is 1 Pokemon. Trade room, you can only participate, and then Judge feature, which is already in Sword and Shield. Don't get why it's in Home. Won't be available to you in the basic, like, you know, bundle, whatever. So, but they this is the thing, they're allowing you to get the $4 one for free for now, or it's rather that, or I think they said Pokemon Bank is going to be free for a bit. Pokemon Bank and transfer is going to be free for a bit, but it's not going to be for that long. So yeah, but then again, I think also the first basic pass will be free, but that still will not allow you to transfer like Pokemons from Pokemon Bank to Sword and Shield. Well, to Home to Sword and Shield. So if you want to do that, you gotta get the premium pass, and the premium pass is $16 a year basically. So with that, you can do more things, and that's basically it. You could just do more things, but the problem with that is they just charging us for like things that was already should have been in the game. GTS Wonder Trade is already in the game. They also added mystery gifts. You can check how many times your Pokemon battled in the past, where the Pokemon is from, etc. But at least they should have added a battle system. If they added a battle system, I would have been happy with that. That way I can actually battle people or interact with people online and stuff. Oh, and some features aren't in. They kind of split some features. So Pokemon Home is also a mobile service. So some things that you could do on mobile, which include the Judge feature and trading, you cannot do in the Switch version. And with the Switch version, you can't check daily news for stuff, or I believe, well, if I remember right, you can't accept mystery gifts. So those are the things you can't do in the Switch version. So yeah, I am not happy about Pokemon Home at all. This is kind of just it's just awful. Like the way that they're going about with things is just awful. So to put into perspective, if you want to transfer any Pokemons, that's fully transfer any, like a lot of Pokemons, that would be like $16 per year, $20 per year, so you can actually transfer them to Home, to Bank, and to Sword and Shield. But I believe you don't really fully have to do that, but we don't know for sure. So that's gonna be a thing, and you're gonna have to constantly pay that every year off, so they don't delete your Pokemons. But that's the same with Bank. So I want to know how you guys and girls actually feel about this, because Pokemon Home is not where it's not. It literally just destroyed every hope I have for the future of Pokemon. Like, I hope Pokemon do better, get everything right with the next game. I just hope that the story would just be phenomenal. The whole map isn't a straight line. I don't want the games to be easy. EXP share shouldn't be baked into the games. I want to create my own actual difficulty. I know some people might struggle with the game like that, but you still have the option to turn on EXP share. I want the option to actually play with all my favorite Pokemons and not have to sacrifice anything, because to be honest, the only people who is actually sacrificing anything here is the players. Game Freak is not sacrificing anything. They're cutting Pokemons, they're cutting features, and then they expect like us, the players, to actually pay for the full experience of like one single product. That's kind of just awful. So I guess this is kind of it. I know I said like my last rant video is my last rant one, but Game Freak just keep messing up. I shall talk to you all later.